Hi, I'm Vivek. I'm the co-founder of Edufa once again, and building up and continuing from the last video, we helped you understand the vision of Edufa. We also helped you understand the global scholarship scenario, that scholarship is not something like fruits and vegetables that you can buy from the market. It is earned. It depends on the merit. Now, with that realization, let's actually continue to what Edufa has to offer if you are a deserving student, right? Now, you must understand that anywhere across the globe, if you look at some of the best higher education systems, right, if you closely observe, you'll understand a mentality, you'll understand a psychology which the students as well as their parents they share. Now, a lot of times students come to us and say that, oh, I have to pay for my tuition fee, I have to pay for my flight, so the mindset that we would encourage you to have is that education, higher education, it is not an expense, it's an investment. Okay, over the next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you're planting the seed, you are investing in your higher education, so you can transform yourself into an individual who can lead to a successful life. Not everything will be served to you on a silver platter. Sometimes you have to fight for it, keeping in mind the global scenario, right? So again, expense versus investment. Now, if you look at India as a higher education system, India has a population of over 1 billion people. India is a country that's massively obsessed with education. Millions and millions and millions of students, they write their senior high school every year. A lot of students, they graduate from their the first degree, the second degree every year. There are over 30,000. Take a moment to absorb it. 30,000 schools, colleges, universities and institutions for higher education programs in India, right? And of course, with a population of 1 billion people, everybody in India, they treat education not as an expense that, oh, I have to pay. It's an investment that I'm planting the seed today, so it gives me fruits tomorrow, right? You invest in your higher education. So that is what I would encourage you to understand. Now, listen to your community manager, follow the instructions. I will give you one last piece of information, which is the cost comparison. Okay, now students want to go to countries like US, Canada, UK, Germany. If you are looking at a fee, it is upwards of $30,000 US to $40,000 US for 1 year. Okay, get that number again. $30,000 US to $40,000 US, okay, for 1 year. This is for the likes of US, Canada, etc. Australia, UK, or a lot of places in Europe, right? And if you look at India, for example, any international higher education aspirant who's coming from abroad to study in India will pay $6,000 US to $8,000 US in 1 year. But with the help of the Edufa program, if you are accepted, this cost even becomes half, right? So it is $2,000 to $3,000 US. Now, you may have to do some financial planning. Now, we don't want the students who say that, oh, you give me everything for free and they haven't even cleared their subjects. That's not the ideal candidate for the Edufa program. So just know that you need some financial planning. What you have to tell your community manager is two things. Do I still want the fully funded scholarship, or look, I've realized that I need to invest in my higher education and I'm going to be a part of the Edufa program. In that case, you need to sit across the table with your family. You need to have a pen and paper in your hand, and you need to plan your finances that, okay, these are the expenses that I'm looking at. How do we get them? How do we look for sponsors? How do we plan our finances? Now, there's one thing common in all of our scholarship beneficiaries. All of these students currently, they're passing with flying colors. They're living the life of their dreams in India. Every day when they go to their school, they have a smile on their face. They have an enthusiasm and energy in their body. Their chest is puffed up with pride and confidence. Their parents are ever so satisfied. And why is that the reason? Because they follow our instructions. And this is what I would encourage you to do. So for now, I would wish you all the best, and you tell your community manager that, look, I've understood the message, I need 1 day or I need 2 days to plan your finances. Ask as many questions as you have. No problem. We are here to answer your questions as long as you're teachable. So all the best. Many blessings.